we could ever put together Jake versus Nate, if Nate would stop weaseling out and complaining about that MMA fight with Jake. Something like that put the mind of Jake Paul creatively against the technology available. Wow. So it's not just the spectacle of the circle. That's 10% of it. The creative technology of the graphics and the engagement and the immersion is 90% that would be blow away. So you need to put creative minds against it, not just a great event.
I have to ask you about that. What do you mean weaseling out? Nate Diaz and weaseling, those two words don't go together.
Well, look, I respect Nate because he's the people's champ. He's a man's man. His stand-up is all stand-up. But he said, I'll do it in a PFL smart cage, 2 minutes to you after the fight. He's got a standing offer of between 10 and 15 million, and he's hiding behind a rock.
Okay. Do you think that happens?
10 to 15 million, biggest payday of his life. He gets beat by Jake, and he's hiding behind a rock.
I think a lot of people want to know if Stipe was offered to fight one of them or if he decided he wanted to wait for Jones.
Stipe is not fighting for an interim title. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. So Jones said, I want to fight Stipe. I said, you're fighting Stipe. You have the greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. This is a legacy fight for both of those guys. I mean, to even call Stipe and ask Stipe to fight for an interim title is, complete disrespect.
The insulting thing isn't going. That's not. I'm not buying that. They've insulted Stipe about 100 times. Now they're worried about insulting him. He didn't even let Dana put the belt on him one fight.
That's right.
They don't want to insult.
That's a good point.
I'm not buying. Who the hell's buying that?
But Kenny, let me ask you this. No, that's a fair point.
No, I'm not. Listen, I like everybody. If we're going to shoot from the hip, we got to shoot from the hip. I don't know. But insulting Stipe, I'm sure.
No, fair.
I'd love to hear his take on that.
I think
that's why we love you, Ray.
No, and that's a great point.
Gotcha. The injection definitely helped last time?
They will always help, but that'd be pretty good.
Oh, okay, gotcha. We'll be right in here.
The UFC action returns to Sao Paulo, Brazil, as top heavyweight contenders Jailton Almeida and Derek Lewis face off in a main event matchup that is sure to bring the fireworks. UFC Sao Paulo main card action kicks off on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and you can watch it live on ESPN+. So do not wait. Click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN+ today.
17 days notice. Yeah, it's not long, is it? Came together by me being asleep. UFC ringing me and saying, are you ready to fight? I said, yeah. Said, do you want to fight in MSG? I said, I'll be ready for that. And they didn't even tell me who at first. They just said, okay, we're going to call you tomorrow, just be ready. And then they let me know that what was going on with Jon Jones. Oh no, mate. It's the beginning of the end. Just got to take it as it comes. I've never took a short notice fight before. This is the first one I've ever took, so I feel pretty good though, to be honest. Like, as soon as I've been training like twice, 3 times a day since. It's only been like not even a week yet. Not even done a week training camp yet, and I'm a week away. So yeah, I'm just cracking on, mate. I feel good. I feel mentally good. I'm fresh. And mate, I've been training for the last 15 years, so this is not a 2-week training camp. This is the last 15 years of my life, so I'm happy with it.
Ready for this? The greatest heavyweight at boxing and mixed martial arts is not in the UFC. Who the hell is PFL going to get to fight Francis in MMA? The answer is nobody. So again, be cool, PFL. We can't play grab ass and have him fight some no-namer in PFL just get his rocks off. We're talking 30 million. You can't afford my boy now, man. DC said, bar none, Francis Ngannou is the baddest man on the planet. Yep. Hands down. He ain't lying. Who's going to beat him? Jon Jones? I'm on record saying this. I thought Jon would have smoked Francis. Watching Francis versus Fury, I'm like, he beat Jon. I think he beat Jon. MMA.
Whoa.
I think he knocks him out. I didn't realize how good he was. I knew he was good. He's the heavyweight champion. I didn't realize he was this god talented. I knew he was a freak athletically. I didn't know he was world-class boxing, beat the greatest of all time good. Who did? This is nuts.
Free the people, save the babies. Free the people, save the babies.
I just went down the rabbit hole, man. I was in there stuck for a little while. It's crazy out here, I guess, you know. I'm so grateful to God that, you know, I'm so sad for the people suffering. And here I am, I'm about to go to the gym and work out. It's good for my mental health and my physical health. And I'm gonna hug my kids, my wife, show some love.
You think he stays at 185 or he goes back down?
I think he should. I think he looks good there. I think he was strong there. I think there's some great fights for him there, honestly. I think, Hamzat's going to fight for the belt. I think he fights Duplessis, or on the same card and someone falls out. He's the replacement, 100%.
Superman punch. That's what they do in the UFC.
You teach him that?
Not that one. Not that one. I told him to use it though.
3 days ago was April 1st, and they put out an April 1st joke. Tyson Fury put out an April 1st joke on social media that he and Francis was done and they're fighting in Wembley on May 15th. Tyson Fury made a joke. Francis has changed his whole life. He's got this his whole life is different because he thought he was going to go make up a sport and do it with a guy who's now using it as an April Fool's joke. Whatever has happened here, he's got to get some cold water. He's got to wake up, and he needs to call back his boss.
Many months later.
I think that he beat Fury. I think that he exceeded expectations. I think that he deserves a lot of credit.